The Triffid, a World War II Air Force hangar turned music venue at the hands of former Powderfinger bassist John Collins. Located on Stratton Street in the heart of Brisbane, the Triffid is Brisbane's premier mid-sized venue with a capacity of 800 to 900 people. The venue opened in November of 2014 and since then has been host to many local and international acts.
The Triffid, of course, is owned and managed by former Powderfinger bassist John Collins. John formed the internationally acclaimed band Powderfinger in high school alongside Ian Hogg, the band's mainstay guitarist. From 1989, when Powderfinger first came into being, until 2012, when they broke up, John was a full-time touring musician. After spending so long in that profession, he knew not only how to make an excellent venue from the audience points of view, but also what a band or artist would appreciate in performance space. This led him to the Triffid.
The inspiration for the Triffid came from me sort of not knowing what to do after the band finished, I suppose. I looked at ideas of opening up a bar down here. I really like this Newstead area. And then I went away on I think I had a holiday around Christmas and went, I'm a musician. This is what I do. Once you're a musician, you sort of, I don't want to go and do anything else. So for me, building a music venue was the inspiration to sort of extension of what I've done for 20 years. And then I thought Brisbane also needed a place that had the beer garden and the venue sort of a night out. And the capacity thing was something I really worked on. I wanted a place that was bigger than the zoo and smaller than Tivoli. So that's all it came with an 800 capacity room. And that was the inspiration. I thought Brisbane needed that little gap. And I was trying to create something that people could come and hang out, go and see a band and hang out. That was the inspiration for it. I think the Triffid's probably the reason. I think the building's really unique. The fact that it's been here 60 years or 70 years. I think that's it's a shed, but we changed into a music venue. So I think it wasn't purposely built music venue. I think that's the thing, that it's been here for 3 years, but it feels like it's been here for 60. So I think that and sort of the idea with the beer garden was sort of back to old school. Really old days of beer gardens when you go, and they weren't really fancy. They were sort of places you could feel comfortable in. So, and I looked around the world, looked online and looked at a lot of beer gardens and stuff to try to find inspiration how to create that. So yeah, I think that's what uniquely does make the Triffid feel a bit different from other venues, and the fact that the idea was always to have plants everywhere, and the Triffid is a man-eating plant. So the idea was to have lots of plants out there and stuff like that. So yeah. The reasons for it here, I just thought it looked really cool. I thought this would be a cool space. Like when you see photos of bands, there's something on stage, you see these big, we call them ribs, you see that behind it, it puts you straight in and you go, oh, that's a Triffid. I think that's the thing, it's got those little things which are iconic, being a hangar. So that was the reason for it. I wanted to make something different and look cool.
John stated in an interview that the idea of building a music venue had been gnawing at him since 2012. The musician was on Christmas holidays in the USA when the idea of an 800 to 900 capacity venue came to him. In the 18 plus months that the building was in construction, the place was transformed from an abandoned World War II aircraft hangar into what is now a renowned venue for nightlife and music. The building of the Triffid involved the use of as many recycled or repurposed objects and materials as possible. This included brick pavers for the spacious beer garden and cleverly placed shipping containers to house facilities such as bars and toilets, as well as a green room and storage area for the bands.
The crown jewel of John's creation, however, is the performance room itself. The live room is a central hub of activity at the Triffid. This large event space is equipped with $1 million state-of-the-art stage, lighting and sound system. These are factors that contribute to the sense of homeliness and functionality that the artists feel at the Triffid. Although the live room is most commonly known for its high-quality music gigs, it can also be hired out for a range of functions such as conferences, banquets, launches, or even parties.
Whilst the live room is the star of the show, the Triffid encompasses not only a music venue, but also a variety of other areas. The iconic beer garden at the Triffid is the perfect location to enjoy a beverage and a meal with full bar and table service and an excellent menu to choose from.
The Triffid, although a reasonably new addition to the Brisbane music scene, has become one of the most sought after, intimate venues in the city. Its ability to provide for not only its audience, but also for the artists they are there to see, makes it unique in the scene, a place where both the musician and the audience member feel at home.